Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 19 of the Spiderweb Software masterpiece, Queen's Wish 2, The Tormentor. Very cool. Boom. So here's where we left off. We got heavily beat up in the last fight. We're near Silent. I wanted to explore a bit, and once we get to Silent, we can head back to we can get a room and rest. But you see a man on the road in the distance, an old wiry row pulling a small cart full of junk. When you wave, he approaches you. "Hello, Haven. I am Tinker Orolo. Good to see that you are here. The attention of Haven only makes the Rokaj more prosperous and just. My cart is full of goods, as you can see. Little tools and toys, trinkets and weapons looted from raids and battlefields. Most is junk, but maybe something is useful." "You have weapons?" "Oh yes, this is the Rokaj. We always need weapons. Rusty and dented, looted from old battles, but they will still cut. I'll see what you have." A shielding band for 57 and a ritual road dagger. Huh. Nothing else too terribly important, but the shielding band. I wonder if we should go ahead and grab that. 57. Yeah, I'd say so. Give it to Patricia. Scroll of Mercy. Those are good to have. We have a Scroll of Might. We have a Scroll of Mercy. Scrolls of Life. Yeah, let's grab another Scroll of Mercy. And give it to Terrence. They're good to have. And that's it. Want to sell something? I'll be going now. "Thank you for your time, Haven. Thank you for everything." Okay. You reach the outskirts of Silent, the largest city in the Kranas woods. Like all of the cities of the road, is surrounded by the crumbling remains of stone walls. Inside you can see wide boulevards and beautiful wood buildings. This is where you can meet both the Rasa of the Kranas woods and Haven's governor here. Hopefully your diplomatic work can be settled quickly and easily. Up here? I guess so. Cool little music there. Haven commands. You enter the Rokaj town of Silent. It is the largest city in the Kranas woods, the closest thing they have to a capital. Their Rasa and Haven's governor are both here, doing their best to bring order to this dark, dangerous forest. You didn't expect much wealth or opulence, and you aren't disappointed. It's a collection of wood buildings connected by gravel pathways. They look like they become a muddy mess when it rains. Silent once had stone walls, but they were shattered a century ago and never rebuilt. There are lots of long patches of trees. They grow well, like all flora in this land, too well. This is an old town, but it feels like the forest could engulf it in a week. The people here are poor and wild. They're all armed and dressed in leather. They come here to do their trading and then they disappear back into the forest. They openly stare at you, a strange curiosity that will be gone soon. Sign says the spinning pine cone. We want no trouble. Trader Medina. We have fine stone. More ale. Most of the people in the bar are from the clans of the deep woods, enjoying a rare chance to drink and carouse in what passes out here for civilization. They're doing their very best to ignore you. One woman, however, is quietly watching you. She has all sorts of knives on her person, signaling the drunks to keep away. She pats the seat next to her. You are one person she's willing to talk to. Welcome to the Rokaj, Haven. Give me a moment, please. I'm eager to be next to fame and power. I am Trader Medina, stone trader and merchant of the Low Daga. What do people here think of the Low Dagans? Not much. There's a lot of history between the provinces. They are nice enough, though. They want stone halls. They also find me a curiosity. How so? Dagan women like me must travel if we want an interesting life. Traders, erudico, those are the usual paths. She does not elaborate. I have another question. You sit with Trader Medina in the low, smoky hall. Everyone else in the inn makes sure to give you a lot of distance. I'd like to do some business. I'm the wrong woman to talk to. I sell buildings. The Low Dagans will travel anywhere to make a proper tower or hall out of good solid stone, not rotting wood. You need a lot, though. You need a lot, though probably not much new building in 2 years. Of course, that's not what we should be selling. Do you get a lot of orders out here in the forest? Yes, all the strongest clans know that stone is the best defense. They all want one proper tower to protect them from raiders. What should you be selling? Walls. What keeps a clan, a fort, a city safest? A proper Dagan stone wall. Not a ruin, a real wall. But Haven forbids it. Not since the Great Uprising can we build walls for our people. Do you think it is unjust? Now she pauses and thinks, only for a moment, but you're too savvy to miss it. It is entirely just. Losing our walls is a tribute we need to make to get the benefits of vassalage. Why do we need walls when Haven protects us? Walls. I think that you are lying. I have done nothing to earn your insults. Let's not talk about this. Another question. Wait. Do you trade in stone? I could use some. To get lots of good stone, you will have to leave this wet, hostile place and go to the bright, sunny hills of the Low Daga. I do have wealth, though. I have a bounty to pay. Thieves attacked one of my clan's caravans. We require vengeance. Bring in raiders. Tell me more. One of our caravans was taking fine marble to Akemin. Thieves lured him off the road not far from the Akemin border. They were never seen again. We found their wagons full of bits of marble. Then we found their bones. Kill the robbers and my clan will pay you well. Who are these brigands? We don't know. They live in the woods east of the Akemin border. Rogues don't usually last long in the mad forest of the Kranas. How might I find them? Go southwest to the border. Stay on the road. Stay visible. Look wealthy. I don't think you have long to wait before they find you. That's all for now, thanks. Huh. Oh, a bed. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in bed here. Nice. Okay, the spinning pine cone is done. Greetings, Haven. We want no trouble. We are not rebels. Salem has a small garrison of soldiers here to keep order in the town. It isn't surprising, pretty normal for the Empire. You meet their leader. He doesn't look like he's from Kranas. He is taller and thinner, and his face bears the marks of a lifetime of icy wind. When you approach, he gives you a brief nod. Welcome, Haven. I am Stalker Alim. I command the warriors in this tower for a short time. Do you need assistance? I would like some information. As he talks, he concentrates on sharpening all of the odd little sharp spikes and blades on his scourge. Don't have much to give. This is the garrison of Silent. We keep the peace. I'd like to know more about the Kranas. I don't know much more than you. Not from here. Lots of people in town eager to talk to you. I'm sure they'll fill your ear. Having any troubles lately? Nothing but trouble now. The force of the Kranas, they are acting out, sending monsters everywhere. It's calmer now. Good thing. We're all less tense. What is the purpose of this garrison? We keep the peace. Lots of visitors from the clans. Not all clans have love between them. They come to drink. They come to fight. My soldiers make sure the fights don't get too out of control. Any worries about outside invasion? None. No clan would dare bring a battle to Silent. They all need this place. I have another question. Stalker Alim sharpens his scourge as he talks to you. It is a strange weapon. It's like a scythe, but covered with vicious little razors and spikes. It's not practical for war, but it's very intimidating. Anything else? Where are you from? I was brought from the High Litha. The Rasa doesn't want to have soldiers always lurking here, but Haven forces it. They have to get outsiders. Haven forces you to have this tower? Part of the law for vassals. Every town needs to have soldiers stationed to keep order, no matter how good we are doing it on our own. Makes sense, I guess. It's more to protect Haven and its trade than to protect us, but it's not a terrible idea. Why do outsiders have to run these garrisons? Because if they picked locals, they'd have to pick from the clans. Then the other clans would get angry and cry favoritism. Then there's anger and fighting. Much better to have an outsider. I don't care about Kranas clans, only peace. 1 second, guys. Okay, we're back. I have another question. Any bounties I should know about? Stalker Alim is generally surprised that you asked. I didn't think Haven would fight for us. Certainly don't think a Prince of Haven will fight against a Havenite for us, but since you asked, there's a major road near us connecting the Rokaj to the Akemin. There was a tower on it. The row held it. We inspected travelers and collected tolls. It was taken by brigands last year, and they harass and extort travelers. If things were running properly, they would be removed. Where is this road? The Akemin Road is southwest of here. Once you're on the road, the brigands won't let you miss the tower. Who are the Akemin? They are the vassal to the west, a small, forgotten land like us. Once we raided them. Now that we are both held by Haven, there is only peace and trade. Our young can't practice the arts of stealth and war on them. We can't exact tolls, though, or we could until brigands took the tower. That's all for now, thanks. Interesting. Alrighty. Everything passes my inspection. This is the barracks. We only keep the peace. I am on watch. What is this place? We serve the Rasa. Rasakam. Rabila. Alright, before we talk to the Rasa. This wooden hall is centuries old. It is the meeting hall of the Rasa of the Kranas Woods. Honestly, it's too small for the size and wealth of this province. Bit humble for such an important vassal of Haven, not that they would ever consider changing it. The Rasa sits at the head table watched over by guards. In the row, assassination is always a possibility. He is an old man, and his post has not shielded him from the hard life out here. He rises and smiles, waving you forward. The prince, the diplomat, I am Rasa Kam. Come and sit, have some tea. I know you are busy and we have business. Okay, we had one theft of one wood. Plenty of generated resources. I'm glad you came. The Rasa sits alone in the west end of the hall, but there are plenty of chairs for you to circle around him. You recognize the calm authority of a competent leader. He has survived in this role for many years, far longer than usual. He does you the honor of pouring your tea himself. I am honored by this diplomatic visit. It has been a long time, a long, long time. I am Rasa Calm. For over 30 years, I have had the honor of guiding the Kranas as it followed its path. I am Prince Matthew of Haven. I'm honored to be received by you, Rasa Calm. Rasa Calm is pleased by your courtesy. The honor is mine, Prince. Haven is a great power, and yet it sees us worthy to have full royalty grace this humble old hall. I have a question, if it might be allowed. Of course. It might not seem like it, but most of the Rokaj value the protection and trade Haven provides greatly. I have spent my life trying to deal with you and keep the peace, though you have looked away from us for a long time. But that has changed. You are back. You have had time to see a little of our land. What do you think of it? This is the homeland of my father, and I'm very pleased to return to it. And we are pleased that you have returned, young prince. Haven has been absent from the role for a long time. I am pleased to have your attention again. Now, at last, we can come to business. And that is, when a diplomat of Haven comes to the Rokaj, it is tradition that you go to the Rasas and hear our petitions. You find out what is wrong, what we need, then you help us. That is what Haven brings to our alliance. What is your petition? The Kranas Woods are angry. We can't calm them. We need you to. What? The magic and majesty of our forest comes from a number of sacred groves. Some of these have died over the last 20 years. The rest are angry. Hostile spirits have settled in them, and our druids have not been able to calm them. They are angry because of Haven, so Haven must go and pacify them. That is our petition. It is a fair petition. I will make sure that it is done. We are so very grateful. I am ready to give instructions immediately. I believe that it will only take a bit of traveling and a modest show of force. I am sorry to make such a bold demand, Prince. However, it is entirely necessary. If the groves turn on Haven, our people are sure to follow. I'd like to discuss your petition. Of course, the calming of the groves, a hard, necessary task. If our forest rejects Haven, the people are sure to follow. I know that the power of Haven will be adequate to the task. I will try to heal your forest. Then let us get to work. I can tell you that the problem is and where you can go to soothe the rage of the woods. What exactly is going wrong with the Kranas Woods? The magic of our forest sustains and feeds and protects us. The hearts of that magic are the sacred groves. Well, what few of the groves remain now. Now nature is attacking us. How is nature attacking you? The trees are growing faster, trying to overwhelm our farms and clan houses. The beasts that normally stay in the deep woods are emerging. It is dangerous for even our stalkers and druids to walk off the paths. Worst of all, there is a new presence, the rootlings, walking trees, mindless and violent. They grow out of the ground and attack us. We have never seen them before. They are deadly, and it shames me to admit it, but many are frightened. Your people are being attacked by the forest even though you worship it? We are being attacked because we worship it. The forest knows that only the row of the Kranas will protect us. The attacks are how it says that it needs our protection. Why do you think Haven is responsible? The forest loves us while we are gentle with it. We don't cut down the thinking trees. We live in the groves the forest makes available for us. We earn our livings by digging out of the dirt and rock. Your governor does not agree with this. She has helped outsiders expand into our forest. More farms, more mines. Haven settlers have even moved into 2 sacred groves that died. The forest is reacting. How can I possibly calm down a tree? The trees in the sacred grove are not mindless. They can communicate with us in their ways. You can go there and confront them. Force may be necessary. We are dealing with nature, after all. The important thing is to leave the groves alive. My people will be very angry if more groves die. How have Haven soldiers helped you? I have sent many messages to Governor Yvette. She listens and says nice things, but she has her own goals. Explain. There is much wealth in the Kranas woods, and Governor Yvette wants as much of it for her family and her as possible. The amber from the groves is very valuable. The land under them is as well. Yvette has taken them, killing groves. She will do more if allowed. Let's talk about something else. Information is useful, but it is time to act. How do I begin to pacify the groves? We should start close to home. There are 2 sacred groves, ancient beyond memory, that are communicating with us. They are sending their rage in the form of unnatural attackers. They are the Watchfire Grove and Deep Grove. They are not far away. Convince them to stop attacking us, but do not exploit them. Tell me about Watchfire Grove. It is to the south. It is the angriest and most unstable of the groves. Our druids had to place enchanted fires in it. They calm its spirits without damaging it. Of late, however, it has been enraging serpents and other beasts that come too close to it. Its influence needs to be pruned. Tell me about Deep Grove. It is a mysterious grove to the northwest, set back in a deep valley. Very few druids are allowed deep within it, and they don't talk about the experience. Now rootlings are coming out of it. They strangle our trade and our people. There is rot in there, and it needs to be cut out. We love the trees, but we will not tolerate them sending horrors. What do you mean by not exploiting a grove? The groves are treasure, not just for the magic they project, but for the magical ingredients that can be found within. Amber, enchanted sap, old treasures left by ages past. These can tempt raiders, but the Kranas will not tolerate looting of the groves. How can I calm down a grove? Our groves are ancient and wise, but they are simple. To truly pacify them, you must get Haven to stop attacking our forest. Right now, what we need is for them to stop hurting us. When you get there, the groves will communicate with you in their own ways. You must convince them to stop assaulting us. Some force may be required. We love the plants, but sometimes we have to prune them. I have another question. Rokaj sits and chats with you. Sometimes he asks about Haven or tells you about the beautiful sights of the Kranas woods. Eventually, he always steers the conversation back to business. I would like to know more about the Kranas woods. Of course, our land must seem very strange to you. We are a just people. We don't raid the other provinces. We only wish to live and work in peace in our forests. You never raid the other provinces. Well, we never raid them first. We only raid the other provinces as retribution for raids they have done against us in the past. Unfortunately, there is always a past raid. Still, we are always just and in the right. How did your groves get their power? We don't know. They are simply parts of the world that are full of magical energy. Sometimes it changes animals, sometimes plants. In the Kranas, this energy is settled in our trees. We know that similar places exist in other parts of Haven. We truly wish we could visit them. What do you think of Haven? Many of the Row have come to doubt Haven over the years. I never did. Our relationship is difficult now, yes, but your power and wealth and protection are good for the Row. I have believed that ever since I saw Queen Sharon. This has been a more difficult belief to have of late. Many think you exploit us. Many think Governor Yvette is to blame. You saw Queen Sharon? Yes, she came to the Row when she was young. That is when she met Darmol of the Lodaga, your father. She was here in Silent. I saw her parade through our little town. I was in awe. It shaped my life. Tell me about Governor Yvette. I think I will regret criticizing Haven, but you must know. Yvette came here seeing the Kranas woods as a source of wealth. That is all she wants from us, to loot and to leave. If you want to know more, don't ask me. Ask Council Abelin. You can find him in the Haven's halls. Or in Haven's Hall. How do you think we exploit you? To exist in our forest, we have to be humble. We take the lands and the woods. We take the lands the woods open up to us. We farm and mine in ways that don't hurt the woods. In return, the woods confuse our foes and give us nourishment and magic. We have to resist greed. Haven has not. You have worked land you shouldn't have, and your soldiers have beaten those who protested. I do not share the anger of my people, but I understand it. Rokaj is strangely straightforward for a Row. Must be Haven's influence. You are the Rasa of the Kranas Woods. I am. I serve as a local king, I think is how you think of me. I try to be a leader to the Row. It is a delicate dance. How did you become Rasa? It is a long story. There was a lot of debate, arguments among the clans, alliances and betrayals, a few killings. At last I was able to convince them that I could bridge the gap between Haven and the Groves. This has not really happened. Before I die, I need to show this is still possible. How long have you been, Rasa? 20 years. I began seeking the post in earnest after your mother came to us. I have seen the might of Haven. What does the Rasa do exactly? I lead, sometimes by force, but usually by wisdom and example. Our clans insist on managing their own affairs, but I need to settle disputes between them and push them to not anger the forest. I also speak for the Kranas Woods when dealing with other provinces. If there is a major dispute, I speak for us in the High Litha. A delicate dance. Tell me more. The Ro do not like to be ruled. Sometimes they see me as another conqueror from outside. Another tyrant. I must show them that my deep truth is as honorable and strong as theirs. And yet, he sighs, there is so much. I must please Haven. I must please the High Litha, and my people, and the Geld Naz. You must please Haven. Of course, we are your vassal. You are our masters. If you want something, it won't be resisted. You have the power to force us to do anything, and you have shown that you weren't shy about using it. The shattered walls of our city tell the story. You must please the High Litha. The High Litha on the peak of our mountain are the final judges of disputes. They keep the deep truth of our entire people. If they speak against the Rasa, things soon become ugly. You must please your people. Yes, they do not understand all forces that tug at me, all the dangers I must deal with. They want what they want and do what they will do. They are Ro. Like when they tried to kill you, for example. I love my people, but I also often want to strangle them. You must please the Geld Naz. When a Rasa grows too old and weak or wanders too far from the truth of the Rokaj, the Geld Naz are there, the assassins. They will not let a leader betray the truth of the Ro for long. Happily, I have been spared their wrath for decades. They know I only fight for the good of our people. That's all for now, thanks. Sorry guys, I'm a little stuffed up all of a sudden, but I'm glad you came. Treaty of Vassalage between Haven and the Rokaj, year 341. We've seen this. Yep. Would be good to read again, though. Between King Sava of Haven and Rasa Gorinin of the High Litha, speaking for her land. Haven declares that Rokaj is a full vassal with all protections included. An attack on the Rokaj is an attack on us. Thieves and raiders in the Rokaj are an offense to Haven and will be removed. Full trade between our powers is guaranteed. In return, the Rokaj grants Haven full movement in their territories and full consultation on any political matters. Land for 7 forts will be provided for Haven, and the Ro will protect the security of these lands. All crimes committed by Havenites will be judged by Havenites. Crimes of the Rokaj will be judged by Haven if Haven expresses a wish for this in a reasonable amount of time. This agreement will last so long as Haven and the Rokaj exist as independent peoples, so agreed in sacred bond by both parties in the year 341. Okay. Rabila. You meet a young muscular warrior of the Ro. He has spent his life as a wanderer of the woods. It doesn't look like he bothered to change his jerkin before he came to the meeting hall. He gives you a quick practice look up and down, unconsciously sizing you up as a fighter. Then he remembers who he is and where he is. I am Rabila. I am an assistant to the Rasa. What is your job here? I am the assistant to Rasa Kam. I do things. Make tea, look after records. He points at a hopeless jumble of stained papers on the table. Work on matters of justice. There is much to do with a wood so dangerous. What sort of records does a Ro keep? The question annoys him slightly. Haven has forgotten. We are still a vassal. We are part of your empire. Your symbol is a scroll, isn't it? Letters and laws and papers keep us together. We are Ro, but we can read. Matters of justice. The Rokaj still has its share of crime, theft, public drunkenness, raids, honor duels, honor stabbings, honor burnings. I judge cases not important enough for calm's time. Honor burnings, my goodness. How are the woods dangerous? We have angered the groves. We grow too greedy. We expanded too much. The groves are angry, so the people are angry. And why are the people so angry? You ask why the people of the Kranas care about their trees? You should talk to Vassalage. He will tell you all you must know. I have another question. Rabila is still at work in the meeting hall. He is still a hunter and woodsman, ill at ease indoors, but someone wanted him here for a reason. I want to know more about the Kranas. Then you should talk to Vassalage. He has been waiting for you to come for a long time. Excuse me. Conversation ends. Okay. Very cool. Let's see how long we've been playing. 30 minutes, okay. Let's continue our journey through Silent. Druid Miriyama. We are honored, Prince. Governor's Hall. Yeah, we're going to have to talk with her next time. The groves are angry. We ask your mercy. The trees are angry. Silent has more trees and flowers in it than most vassal cities you have visited. It's what you would expect from the Kranas woods. There's even a nice little grove tucked away in the corner of town. An old druid of the Kranas tends to it, caring for the garden and gathering herbs. When you enter, you get a warm welcome. Welcome to my little grove, visitor. I am Druid Miriyama, one of many honored to speak with our forests. I wanted to see you very badly. Tell me about your order. We are druids. I know enough of the world to know that your empire has many like us. When lands become infused with powerful magic, they draw people like me, people who feel it, tap into it, and who care. In a forest like this, we are necessary. The groves give to us, we give back, and the druids guide the process. Why are druids necessary? There is great power in this forest. It protects and sustains us. However, it is a wild power. It needs to be tended to. We must be gardeners of magic. We look after the sacred groves. We prune away the sick and harmful and encourage the good. What do you give the groves? We tend to them. We protect them. We feed them. They are powerful and fragile, wise and wild. Sometimes we need to protect them. We have great rage for those who would harm them. What do the groves give you? So many things. They share enchanted sap and amber with us. These are very valuable. They control the forests. When we are raided or invaded, the groves confuse and swallow up our attackers. Those are not even the most important things, though. What is most important? The forest gives us our identity. It makes us unique. We are the forest people. That is part of our deep truth, but it is not secret. We are one with our land. I have another question. You sit with Druid Miriyama as he grinds up aromatic herbs and puts them in little jars. I get many visitors in this little grove. They come for plants or for peace. Few come as important as you, of course. Why is there a grove in town? A true fortunate row of the Kranas lives out in the woods. The forest makes free spaces for us, and we live there. Some of us, alas, have the misfortune of needing to live in a town. This is my fate. I would not be here if I could choose. Where would you choose to be? The place for a druid is out in the forest, walking the groves, sleeping under the trees, out in the wilds. But that is hard. It wears you down, and I am old. Someday I will be blessed. Someday I will have a peaceful end. What is the end? The groves make of us what we are. One day soon I will be returned to them. Why did you want to see me so much? I know what happens in Silent better than most. I know that our groves are angry and that our Rasa must find someone to calm them. The groves are angry at the druids. We haven't protected them from Haven. If you go to our groves, I need to ask you to treat them with care and mercy. It is a dangerous time. Care and mercy? The groves must be calmed. The druids have lost control of them. If you are part of the effort, I ask that the groves not be burned or looted. Prune away the bad, but leave the groves to live and protect us. I give you this request very humbly. If you can calm our groves without damaging them, I think I can help Haven's cause. What groves are you talking about? Watchfire Grove to the south, Deep Grove to the north. If you talk to our Rasa, I think you will learn about them soon. I don't know how to calm the groves. We don't either. If we did, we would have done it. The groves want to see you, want to see the outsider. I think they will make it clear what they want if you go there. What if I have to fight to calm the groves? Branches must be pruned, rot must be cut out. You can remove the plants that are infected with hate, like the rootlings. Leave the parts of the groves that love us intact. Why would I be tempted to raise the groves? There is treasure in the groves. I won't hide it. You will hear about it soon enough. Old offerings and precious amber. Your governor has taken wealth from more than one of our groves. This was noticed by our people. What is my reward for helping you? I am not rich, I only have flowers. However, the people of the Kranas listen to their druids. If you want to prevent any uprising, our words can help. I'm looking for a druid named Adhuil. Adhuil, I know her. She came recently asking about diseased groves. Wanted to heal them, a worthy quest. She left heading west. There is much disease in that direction. Alright, Druid Miriyama. It's been pleasure. Pleasure. Oh, I can't breathe, and it's really bothering me. But I think I'm going to save here, guys. And, you know, just inspect more of the town before I talk to the governor. I think I have an idea of what I want to do with her. But we'll check that out next time. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you're enjoying the LP. And I also hope that you will join me for more as we continue our epic quest. Very cool game, lots of fun. I'm having a ball. I hope you guys are enjoying. Thank you so much for watching. I value you guys greatly. Much love, peace, and joy, and stay tuned for more. Yeah, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.